Welcome to another episode of the Curtis Zone. I, of course, your amazing and ever so humble and handsome host, Dylan J. Curtis. Thank you, because you've done two things right. One, you clicked on this video. Two, you hit the like and subscribe button. So, today we are doing a very special episode. Like I said in my last episode, we haven't done Power Rangers content in a while, so we are doing it right now. Today, we are talking about what if Power Rangers were part of Lantern Corps. Now, like I do with all my If Someone Was Part of Lantern Corps episode, I talk about the Corps, I'd say who's going to be part of it, and I always end it by giving you the oath of the Corps. And like I said with the Indigo Tribe, it's very difficult to translate the Indigo Tribe Corps oath, but I'm going to try it anyway. So remember to sit back, relax, enjoy, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you think I should have done something differently, put in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you. Now before we get started, as always, news. It has been revealed that The Crow 2024 remake of The Crow has passed the global milestone despite a very disappointing opening week because they opened it about a week after Deadpool and Wolverine came out, which was a little bit stupid if you ask me. I mean, come on. So, I thought the Crow movie was actually pretty good, but that's just me talking. What's your opinion? The second piece of news is the fact that a new Riddick film is currently in pre-production process, which means that we're going to get a big cast, we're going to get a good story, and I personally cannot wait because it's going to be a lot of fun. I saw the past Riddick films, I loved them. That's just me though. I don't know about the rest of you guys. The final piece of news is that Jenna Ortega has done such an amazing job in the second Beetlejuice film that it is being confirmed that she will be doing more and more for Warner Brothers. More specifically, she has been cast to play Raven in a Titans film. It's looking like it's going to be pretty fun, seeing as though Jenna Ortega, she knows nothing about it. But that's just me talking. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Alright? Now let's continue on with this episode. And like I said with all these episodes, all this is just my opinion of who I think would be a part of certain Lantern Corps. Now, I'm not going to be able to name every character that should be part, so I've only focused on characters in Power Rangers who have been 6th Rangers, like Gold, Silver, White, Green, those guys, okay? So, sit back, relax, enjoy, and as always, remember to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to make a request, put in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you. For now, let's get started. But we're going to start with the first Lantern Corps to be introduced, which would be the Green Lantern Corps. Now, the Green Lantern Corps was created by the Guardians. They used the power of will, and after the Manhunters failed, they used the power of will and created an entire corps around it. They divided the universe into 3,600 sectors and used this to create 3,600 rings, and they created an entire corps, an intergalactic peacekeeping force dedicated to protecting the universe. With that said, the person who I think would be a great Green Lantern would be Trent Mercer from Power Rangers Dino Thunder. The reason being because Trent Mercer's will is very strong. Even though he was taken over by the evil version of the White Dino Gem, his will was so strong that he was able to break the dark version of it and gain back his humanity. Even though he was evil for a couple of episodes, he went back to his normal self and was able to create and was able to join the Dino Thunder team. Trent Mercer cannot be a part of the Lantern Corps without knowing the Green Lantern Oath, and for those of you who know it, say it with me. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Now, the Yellow Lantern Corps, let's talk about them for a little bit. The Yellow Lantern Corps were created by Sinestro. Sinestro, who defected from the Green Lantern Corps and formed an entire Yellow Lantern Corps, a core of pure fear around it in order to bring order and balance to the universe. But the Green Lanterns, they don't necessarily like to use the element of fear. With that said, Sinestro being one of the most interesting characters in DC comic books, I don't really want to go into all that. So, With that said, I think the person who'd be a great Yellow Lantern would be Ryan, aka the Titanium Ranger from Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. The reason being because he used to work for demons. Demons inspire fear throughout the universe in order to make themselves even more powerful. He used to work for them after his father made a deal with a demon to save his life. So I believe that Ryan would be a great Yellow Lantern. Now, Ryan needs to know the Yellow Lantern Oath, and it goes like this. In blackest day and brightest night, beware your fears made into light. For those who try to stop what's right, burn like his power, Sinestro's might. Now let's talk about the Pink Lantern Corps, aka the Star Sapphires. The Star Sapphires embody the element of love. Love being the most powerful weapon in the galaxy. They use love to bring peace throughout the universe and in order to defy the Guardians. The Guardians being the all-knowing, all-seeing ones. They wanted to defy the Guardians by creating the power of love itself. With that said, the person who I think would be a great Pink Lantern or Star Sapphire would be the Silver in Space Ranger, aka Zane. Zane is desperately in love with Astronema. He is in love with his enemy. He spreads love to his enemy, and which is what the Star Sapphires do. The Star Sapphires embody the element of love, and he is in love with his enemy. So he'll be a perfect Star Sapphire. Now all Zane needs to know is the Pink Lantern Oath, and it goes like this. For hearts long lost and full of fright, for those alone in blackest night, accept our ring and join our fight. Love conquers all with violet light. Now we are talking about the Red Lantern Corps, aka the element of rage. Atrocitus and Daxstar, who embody the element of rage, they found the red element after they saw the destruction done to both their individual planets. And so they built an entire core around it. A core of pure rage and vengeance. They built this core to embody the element of rage because the Guardians refused to help them after the destruction of their planet. With that said, the person who I think will be a great Red Lantern is none other than the Magna Defender from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. The reason being because the Magna Defender wanted revenge against Scorpius for the destruction of his planet and the death of his son. And so he set out on a mission of vengeance, and he wanted to use the lights of Orion to do so. With that said, I believe that he would be a great Red Lantern. Now, you cannot be a part of the Red Lantern Corps without knowing the Red Lantern Oath. It goes like this. With blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, we will burn you all. That is your fate. It's a little dark, but it's also very fun. Now we are talking about the Orange Lanterns, the element of greed, or avarice, if you will. The reason why this is one of the Lantern Corps, but it's not a very big corps. In fact, it only consists of one person, and that person is Larfleeze, the Agent Orange. The reason why he is not a part of a huge corps is because the Guardians made a non-aggression pact with him. In exchange for him not using the Orange Lantern on anyone else, they would not do anything to harm him. With that being said, someone accidentally broke this, and that person is none other than Hal Jordan. Now, the person who I believe will be a great Orange Lantern is the Quantum Ranger, aka Eric from Power Rangers Time Force. The reason being because Eric is obsessed with one-upping his other Time Force Rangers, which is why he joined the Silver Guardians. It's also why he found the Quantum Morpher. He is so obsessed with this that he is willing to destroy them in order to get ahead in life, which is why I believe he would make a great Orange Lantern. Now, he cannot be an Orange Lantern without knowing the Orange Lantern Oath, and it goes like this. This power is mine, it is my right, be it in bright of day or in dark of night. I lay claim to those within my sight. I take what I want, that is my right. Now we are talking about the Blue Lanterns, who embody the element of hope. Now, the Blue Lanterns are a corps that consists entirely of people who inspire hope and electrify all those around them. Not only that, the Blue Lantern rings, they have the power to amplify the power of any other Lantern Corps. With that being said, they also have the Blue Lantern Corps. They have a rule: when one lantern is created, their job is to find another person to embody the element of hope. Which is why, in my opinion, the person who would be a perfect Blue Lantern would be none other than the Omega Ranger. The Omega Ranger from Power Rangers SPD, he came back in time. He is a force from the future. He came back in time to stop the destruction of Earth so that he could save his future. With that said, if he were part of the Blue Lantern Corps, every member of SPD would be a part of the Blue Lantern Corps as well. Now, Omega Ranger needs to know the Blue Lantern Oath, and it goes like this: in fearful day and raging night, with hearts long lost, our souls ignite. Look, with all things lost in the war of light, look to the stars, for hope burns bright. Next, we're going to talk about the Indigo Tribe, aka the Indigo Lanterns. The Indigo Lanterns embody the element of compassion. Their creation can be traced back to Abin Sur, who used the Indigo Ring as a way to create passion throughout the universe after going to a planet called Nock, where he would see that its inhabitants were being enslaved. With this done, he would create the Indigo Tribe, or the Indigo Lanterns. They use a staff as their indigo power batteries, but they also have indigo rings. With this said, I think the person who would be a part of the Indigo Tribe would be Merrick from Power Rangers Wild Force. The reason being because even though he is not exactly 110% behind his fellow Power Rangers, he does feel compassion and love for the Earth itself. He is still a guardian of the Earth, and with his fellow Power Rangers, he will roar. This being said, he needs to know the Indigo Oath. It's in another language, but like I say, I always do a rough translation. Like I said, it's in another language, so bear with me and please don't quote me on it. In sorrowful day and miserable night, we heal your power with compassionate might. With the power of Abin Sur, we cure all of your misery with compassionate might. Like I said, it's in another language, so don't quote me on it, please. Now we are moving on to the Black Lantern Corps, or the embodiment of death. The reason why the embodiment of death is one of the most dangerous elements in the emotional spectrum is because it is death itself. It's powered by the Corps of the Anti-Monitor and led by the Black Hand, who reanimated the dead of the DC universe and turned it into his own corps. With that being said, I think the person who would be a part of the Black Lantern Corps would be the SPD Shadow Ranger. The reason being because he lost his entire planet to the destruction of the Cherubian Empire, including his comrades in arms and almost his wife. And so, with that said, I think it would be very interesting to see him as part of the Black Lantern Corps, because he would be able to reanimate his entire planet and use it against the Cherubian Empire. With the blackest night falls from the sky, with this all light dies. We crave your hearts and your demise, by my black hand the dead shall rise. The final Lantern Corps we're going to talk about is the White Lantern Corps. The White Lantern Corps was the creation of Hal Jordan during the Blackest Night prophecy. He would merge with the life entity and create the element of life itself. And with this, he would bring back all the dead of the DC universe and form a White Lantern Oath and a core around that oath just to make things right. With that said, I think the person who would be a part of the White Lantern Ring, and this was a no-brainer, it would be Tommy, aka the White Ranger. I believe the White Ranger version of Tommy would be the White Lantern Ring, because it was said in Power Rangers, and I quote, he was created by the white light of goodness and cannot be destroyed by the forces of evil. I love that, and I think everybody else does too. With that said, he needs to know the White Lantern Oath, and it goes like this: in brightest day and brightest night, beware my bright light. For those who try to stop what's right, live together with the white light. With all that said and done, Another episode of the Curtis Zone has come to a close, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to get in that comment section down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want to make a request for any episode, period. I have always enjoyed everybody's requests, and I will be back very soon with more episodes. I hope that everyone makes a request because I am very excited to see them. And as always, give some love to our sponsors, Coastal Waste and Recycling, because as you know, your garbage powers the universe. I will be back soon with more episodes. I love you all. I'll see you soon.